Hey, today I'm going to share with you how to use the habit of effective listening to eliminate conversational frustrations. Do you listen effectively when others speak? Do you have to deal with frustrations when you're speaking with others? When you're having what I would call a conversational interaction. That's just, when you're talking to others, let's just break it down, right? Do you sometimes feel frustrated? Do you feel frustrated in the sense that no one is listening to you or seems to be understanding what you're saying? Or is it the other way around where you sense the frustration from the other person or the other people you're speaking with that no one is getting what they're trying to say? These frustrations can be dangerous, right? Because they lead to emotional disruptions. They can make someone get mad. They can make someone walk out on you. They can make someone even become violent, maybe hit you or break a glass, smash something. Because frustration simply builds up. You just get this sense that, ew, no one is listening. No one is getting what I'm saying. I'm not even being allowed to make my point. So how can we take out these frustrations, and have more smooth selling, or get the outcome we want out of our conversational interactions with others? How can we do that? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to, be able to distill the essence of someone's conversation, right? So when we're talking to people, we need to be able to say, okay, I get it. This is what this person is talking about. He's talking about A, B, C, D. He's not talking about X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? They're all part of the alphabet, but one is the beginning, the other one is towards the end of it. So we need to get that sense of this is what this person is talking about. So that's why I ask, can you distill the essence of what others have said or what others are saying? Can you do that? Well, here's the good news, right? When you form the habit of effective listening, you can understand the essence of what others are saying each time you talk to them. Yes, you can. And when you do this, you look forward to your conversations with others because you can eliminate frustrations and joyfully get into conversations with others because you will know what they're saying. You already have, an intended outcome. You know where you want to go with this conversation, and you can make adjustments when you speak and when you start listening positively to see where the other person is coming from or what conversation, which direction the conversation is going, right? You can. If someone is explaining to you that they are going to go to LA from Lancaster by train, right? You shouldn't be giving them the directions to the bus station, right? You shouldn't. So if you don't understand where someone wants to go with a conversation, it can lead to frustrations. And it can lead to anger. Of course, it's going to lead to stress. And if this is something that occurs all the time, it leads to chronic stress. And we already know that chronic stress can lead to anxiety, health problems, high blood pressure and all that, this is something we've talked about in the previous segments, and you can go back to some of, my blogs on that, or some of, hey, you can even go to my YouTube channel, Dollar Compass Academy, and see where I've talked about some of these problems that stress can cause. Okay, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that right now. I just want to focus on finding ways to eliminate stress. One of the things I found out, one of the first steps, I found out in terms of, this is try to listen to others with minimal interruptions. Form the habit. One of the key things for forming an effective listening habit is cutting down on interruptions. Let the other person finish speaking. Whether it's your husband, your wife, your friend, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, let them finish speaking. Hear them out. Let them, get to the bottom of what they're saying. Let them land. That's yes, that's what, let them finish their thoughts. Let them finish their thoughts. Okay, before you will jump at them and start saying that, this or that. Let's remember that. Okay. So that's the first thought. The first thing that will help you get to that habit is helping, listening. Okay, that's the one thing. The more you can understand and express what others have said, and the less stress you will have when you deal with them, when you interact with them, whether it's a friend, co-worker, stranger, whether it's at work, at home, social gatherings, wherever. On the other hand, the more you misunderstand people, and because you've less effectively listened to them, the more frustrated and angry they can become. They can even become mad at you, right? And you don't want that. And this can lead to pain, anger, rage, and sometimes physical violence. As I already said, the first step in effective listening is letting the other person finish their sentences and thoughts. If you're not sure what they're saying, ask them if they've finished before, or thank them for what they've said, and ask them questions to make sure you got what they were saying. If you do this, people will feel that you respected them, you gave them a chance to speak their mind, and you saw them as a person, right? And you honor their presence, their interaction with you. But when you find it, when you're dismissive and you don't listen and people don't finish and you cut them off, they'll feel disrespected. They'll feel that you don't even honor them as a person. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to tune off. They're not going to listen to you. So you say a lot of things, and then they ask you a question that would make it very clear to you that they didn't listen to you. Why? Well, you didn't listen to them, and that's not good. I didn't, you didn't. That's building up emotional tension. And the next thing is, it's frustration and, emotional tension. That balloon of emotion is just going to keep on blowing, 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 blowing. The next thing you know is boom, it pops. And frustration, anger, so many other negative emotions will take over. So you have to learn to listen beyond words. That's the next thing, when you're talking. If you want to form the habit of effective listening, you have to listen beyond words, which means you can't afford to miss conversational cues, and you have to be able to say, what's this person talking about? Look at their eyes, their ears, their body, is it shoulders, everything, is it tensed up? Listen to the whole person by looking at the cues the person is giving you. So if you really want to keep stress out of your conversation and frustrations in the different situations and circumstances you find yourself, you have to learn to listen to others effectively. Sometimes we're so caught up with what we're saying in our own voice and what we're saying that we don't even listen to the other person, or we're so caught up in, how do I put it, in the point we're making, or our analysis, or the structure with which we want to go into a conversation, that we forget you're talking to a human being, right? They have emotions, they have concerns, and they're just not going to, they're not going to do exactly whatever you ask them to do. They have their own concerns too. So you might actually do better by asking people, what are your concerns? What are the things, where do you think we are? What, in this conversation? You need to learn to listen, and be. I like one thing I like to say is that you cannot listen with your mouth, right? You have to remember you have one mouth and two ears, right? So there's a reason you need to be doing more listening than speaking if you really want to, get things, if you want to be clear on what the other person is saying. And once people get that sense that you have empathy, that you really care about what they're saying and how they feel, then they're going to open up to you and listen more. And you know what's going to happen? The frustrations will drop. Yes, they will listening reduce, and you can get more done. So I'm just going to stop at these 3 tips, and 3 tips I've given today for effective listening. Forming the effective listening habit is 1, let the other person finish, right? Let them finish what they're saying, and then reflect back and see you're getting what they said. The second thing that you need to do is listen to the whole body, not just the words that are being said, but the eye, the circumstance, how the person is talking to you, their ears, their eyes, you know, listen to the body language, right? And then the third thing that would help you to have more effective listening is, listening with do more listening than talking, right? Yes, do more listening than talking. Don't just you think you've got it and then you start throwing back. No. So if you like these strategies and tips that I've shared with you, you can learn more ways to manage or eliminate stress by signing up for the stress management made easy training. Hey, yeah, check it out. Leave a comment for me, or if you're getting this on the blog, just click on it, right? And it will take you there. If you're getting this through YouTube, you know what you need to do. Go to the description and see how you can get this stress management made easy training. You will love it. It's going to give you a lot of tools that you can put in different situations and circumstances you'll find yourself. And hey, whether it's a difficult conversation, whether it's just a regular interaction that's gone bad at home, at work, wherever you find yourself, you're going to say, you know what, I've got this. I know how to take care of it. All right, hey, I'll see you next time.